You're listening to Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Hi, welcome to the Mushie Moment for today, June 6, 2023. I am here today with my amazing co-host over here, Steve Mather, and we are coming to you live from paceradio.net and cbgtv.com, streaming all over the place on places like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. We're even on TV on the Roku now, as well as Fire Stick, so you can find us on Boxcast on those little, things that you plug into your TV and whatnot. Yeah. Hi, Steve.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing really good. It's a beautiful day out here in BC. It's beautiful and sunny. I was out there enjoying some of it, getting a little bit of that vitamin D.
Nice.
How's things?
Somebody just messaged me and said, "What time is Mushie Moment on?" So I said, "Right now." Yeah, no, it's beautiful. We were chatting earlier and you were outside and you've got nothing but blue skies out there. It's absolutely beautiful.
And you've been getting the rain that is much needed for the forest fires.
It is just as beautiful as the blue skies right now, to be honest. When we had close to a fifth of our little tiny province here burning, this rain came along and it is dousing that fire and making it possible for the firefighters to do the job that they desperately need to do. So we are in love with the rain here in Nova Scotia, no matter how much it's making me ache.
It's interesting when you watch, like when you see the fire and you see a whole mountainscape burning, and then you watch a couple of planes come in, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna take a bit.
Yeah, we have. I think there's 12 water bombers working over the Shelburne fire right now. Not to mention the hundreds of firefighting personnel that is down there. We just had my little town just sent down half of our personnel and our trucks to help fight the fire now that the Tantalum fire is out. So hopefully in a few days we'll have wonderful things to report.
The awesomeness is how the community all comes together. That's where the awesomeness really sits.
Man,
like
it's blowing me away. We have there was one place, like they've been advertising, we're going to make meals for the firefighters and the displaced people. They have been so overwhelmed that almost every day at 4:00 they're saying, "Stop, we have no more room. We cannot take any more donations." They have the firefighters fed, they have the displaced people fed, and they have homeless people fed. And then they say, anybody else that needs food, come on and get fed. That's where they were sitting at when all of this was going on. And how beautiful of that is the community came together so strong that we overfed the need.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Love in its finest form.
Absolutely, it's spectacular. All of the horses that had to be let go to run free from the stables to get away from the fire have been found and brought home. Most of the pets have been found and brought home. Some of them, unfortunately, succumbed to the fire. And there's already plans in place to start reseeding and helping the area grow again. And of course, insurance companies are doing what they have to do for the people who have lost their homes. So Nova Scotia is a pretty busy little place right now.
And next year will be mushroom season.
Absolutely. All kinds of them. You should come to Nova Scotia. Let's go hunting.
So who's our guest today?
Well, our guest is a gentleman that I just had the honor of meeting before the show. I have heard plenty about him from you, of course. And a little bit from Miriam, who was a previous guest that we had on the show. I'm sure everybody remembers beautiful Miriam. And this is the gentleman that works with natural healing. He works with, from what I can understand, he works with cacao, rapé, Bufo, ayahuasca. He does sound healing. Just to name the few
Peyote.
that I've picked up. Peyote, that's right. So these are the few that I've picked up on in the short conversation that we've had. So I'm really excited to get into a deeper conversation on air with this gentleman, because we really tried to hold back before the show, so we didn't.
Should we let people know that we're going longer today?
Yeah, well, we're going to go for an hour and a half, because we got chatting with this gentleman before the show, and I looked at Steve and I'm like, should we extend the show? And so we made the executive decision with the owner of the station to extend the show by half an hour. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Should we bring him on?
Absolutely.
Hey, everybody. Please welcome from Mexico, but here in Canada, Anki.
Anki. Welcome, Anki. I got to hit a button, don't I? I'm the button hitter today. I got it.
If I hit it, he'll go back up.
Hola, hola. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello, Cindy.
Welcome. We are
Hello,
so
Steve
honored
again.
to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here on this beautiful space for sharing and for share all these connections and knowledge. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's great to be part of this show. Thank you very much. We have a lot of good things to talk and to share with all your community. Thank you.
Absolutely. So
one of our first questions. Oh, there we go. Look, I got the finger the right way. Okay.
You can go ahead now.
We're going to let Cindy ask the first question, and we generally hit everybody with this.
Yes. One of us always hits with this question. It's always been our first question. What brought you to working with all of these sacred medicines?
Well, what it brings me to the sacred medicine was my communion with the sacred medicines. I get in contact with the sacred mushrooms when I was young, and it starts my journey with the medicine. Then in Mexico I have the opportunity through the art and through learning the indigenous art to be in contact with the indigenous communities and learn a little bit more about how they share medicine and what is their cosmovision, what it moves around their sacred medicine. I feel passionate of share the medicine because these tools is helping me and is healing me and is healing around me. So I feel the calling and the big mission to share it. So we have now many years sharing the medicine. I just wanna clarify here. I don't work with ayahuasca. I do work with sacred cacao, the sacred Bufo Alvarius, the teonanacatl or magic mushrooms, mixed with the cacao, the rapé and sananga. The hikuri or peyote and the ayahuasca, I have the knowledge, not to share it, the knowledge about the plant, and I go specifically to the hikuri with the indigenous wixarikas to eat and have communion with the hikuri, but I'm not facilitating that medicine. That medicine for me is really important to be integrated by a person that have already deep communion with the medicine. I am now being a student on this learning, right? Okay. So my main medicines is the cacao, the bufo, the teonanacatl or mushrooms, the sananga and hape. So that's the medicine that I share. I told that is tools for the auto knowledge, because the medicine is already inside of us. We have the medicine, we know the medicine. These tools are just remembering us the medicine that we are and the connection that we all have to bring this medicine. So I believe that they are tools of the auto knowledge to found the medicine inside of us. Talking about the ayahuasca, we have a meeting yesterday with a medicine man or curandero from Ecuador that have a long lineage, more than 5,000 years of lineage, sharing the ayahuasca medicine and in communion with the ayahuasca. So I love to learn from these people, and I love help them to bring the medicine. So instead of me sharing ayahuasca, I prefer to connect the people to the medicine man that has the contact with the medicine, with the rainforest, with the selva. In Mexico, for example, I recommend you to take the hikuri with the maracames in desert, or with people that has the knowledge, because in North America they have amazing way to give the medicine of peyote as well with the sweat lodge, and it's really really amazing. I want to participate in a sweat lodge peyote ceremony. I wish that I can go with the Steve to some hikuri. We call hikuri. That's in wixarika. In wixarika, this is hikuri. So the peyote. When I say hikuri, I'm referring myself to peyote. Yeah, and
I want to go backwards a little bit, because you said you started working with the medicine when you were younger. How young were you?
I was
you were
18 years
starting
old.
to work with it.
We can say work, but it was not work. Is serve, and my service starts with my learning. Why? When I was young, 18-year-old, friends of mine, I used to live in a little town called Mazamitla, Jalisco. In this little town, there's a lot of cows, a lot of lakes, and I used to grow seeing the magic mushrooms, but I didn't know that it was Psilocybe cubensis. I know I was watching them. I knew them. I know that in the season there's the mushrooms. We see it. That's beautiful. We didn't know, not even our parents, because if our parents know, they will tell us don't eat this mushroom, right? They not even my parents. But then French friends come to the town to live on the town. These French people knows about cubensis, and they asked me, "Hey Pepe, did you know about this little mushroom?" Because I was already in love with Maria, and Maria another medicine as well, right? Because I am cutting many chains and many lines of my lineage that I am carrying. That one of the chains that I'm carrying is the alcoholism. I have it on my blood. I don't drink, but I have it on my blood. So Maria helps me instead of have this going into the alcohol, because I know when I was younger, I used to go parties and you drink, and it's amazing because it's part is inside of when you have it for generations, you can feel that your body like it, and you can feel that it could be dangerous. So Maria puts me away from that by do Maria. In fact, that's good because I just realized that my connection with all this was with Maria when I was younger at 16-year-old, because I never used Maria as a party. I never used Maria as a let's get high. No, let's get connected.
Yeah.
Let's get inside. Let's go here.
I just want to break in and let people know that when you're saying Maria, you for those of us that are born and raised here in Canada, we know Maria as either marijuana, weed, or cannabis.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah, but Maria is another beautiful name for it that is used frequently in Mexico.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So when these French people came in and said, "Hey, did you know that these are magic mushrooms?"
They told me, "Did you know these mushrooms?" And I told them, "Yes, I know where it grows, and there's tons of it." They were like, they eyes shine, like, what? And the people don't eat it, and I told them, no, it comes from the shit of the cow, right? Why they're gonna eat it? And they told me, let's go to the place. We're gonna show you which ones are the cubensis. So they teach me, okay, this is the cubensis, these are cubensis as well. They teach me the pajaritos, so the ones that are little ones, that's not cubensis. That's another species of psilocybin mushroom. So it's more little ones. We call it pajaritos, little birds. So it's more little ones, and it has a different color. The other ones, we call it derrumbes, or we call it San Isidros. Sorry, San Isidros. Derrumbes are from Oaxaca. We go in there. San Isidros. San Isidros is cubensis. The cubensis we know as psilocybe cubensis. So I took them. They show me which ones are good, which ones are not good, because we have shed of horse as well. And we have other kind of mushroom that it's toxic. So you don't have to have an infection on your belly. And, they teach me how to cook them. I was 18-year-old, and we eat. Because we eat it dry there. We are on the fields with the cows, with in the middle of the lands with the cows, and in the lake. Amazing. So you take it in the place that the medicine is coming. It's another experience because you connect with the symbiosis of all the place. You see how everything is connecting with everything. So I remember that I start to see my first mandalas experience, my first visual in a rock, because I was meditating in the lake, and then I see the rock that was down of me, and I was seeing these beautiful mandalas. That took me into a deep reflection about this. This is not a drug. This is not something that is disconnecting me, because I was feeling how I was breathing And I
Yeah,
feel
you
my breath,
fall
how
into the
we're
natural pattern.
I feel
Yeah.
my body, things that I was not realizing that all the time is happening. And so I start to feel myself connected with everything. I remember that I hug a tree and I feel this amazing energy connected with the nature. I was 18-year-old, and for me was a changing the game because this French person was adult already, was 30-year-old, was 25-year-old, was more adult already. And for me and my community that was young people, that was a big change because after that, I bring my friends, 18, 19, come, bro, let's go to take some Cubensis experience, not party. Let's go and take them there. So it was amazing experience. We all joined together. We call it the explosion of the consciousness because we used to join together in the lands, eat Cubensis, and everyone was experienced this awakening, this remembering. It's not awakening. We are remembering and how the energy flows, and it was amazing experience. So that's how my path into the service starts because without me knowing, I was already serving the people to integrate their medicine correctly with the mushrooms, with the Maria. So from 18-year-old to my 29 now, it was each year go August, September, and October to the fields to take the medicine. In fact, it's something funny. This is what it brings me here because I'm a refugee, because I was given this medicine and bufo medicine, mushroom and bufo, and the people of the drug dealers of the land, 10 years took them to know about this medicine. But in the moment that they know, they aggress me, they put my lips in two parts. They think that will make me that's it, right? And I open a complaint thinking that I was going to make a change in my country. And I'm an activist. I will change because I'm sharing something good to the government don't care. So at the end, I'm here refugeeing myself and sharing the medicine here. In Mexico, we were making a lot of big change as well in my community. So yes, that's what it brings me here. And coming back into the mushroom experience, from my 18-year-old to my 19 to my 29-year-old now, I am in communion with the magic mushrooms. That is my integrator for excellence, the integrator for many experience you have, not only for other medicines. If you have a traumatic experience, mushrooms will integrate you and will make you found love the integration on you. So that's how the mushroom was one of my biggest doors. Then when I was with the wixarika, with my friend that teach me with the tutu, and a big shout out to Tutu Nyaikame, my friend, that teach me how to do art. And by connecting with all this conversation that we're just having, mushroom, the connection, he told me, I want to share with you the bufo medicine. This was 5 years ago, 4 years and a half ago. And he told me, I want to share with you the bufo medicine. And he shared with me the bufo medicine, and life change. I understand. I was already sharing medicines like mushrooms, Maria, integrating my friends, telling, hey, go away from the party, come. This is the way your mind wanna alterate the state of consciousness. Your soul is looking for alterate the state of consciousness because it's part of the evolution. It's how the caterpillar is gonna be a butterfly. Yeah, alterate the state of consciousness, but we are choosing wrong. Don't go to alcohol, don't go to cocaine, don't go to that shit. Come here and you will see how it's alterate the state of consciousness, yes, but it's not the same at all.
I
It's the same
agree.
energy, but in different.
Yeah, no, I was an addict in my past. I mean, alcohol and cocaine and pharmaceuticals, and Marie got me off of that. Cannabis. Like, I mean, like I started eating cannabis, and that's what helped me get off all of that. And then I came into the mushrooms, similar as you, right? Microdosing mushrooms and macrodosing, and I did. I've done. Some bigger doses with people, like friends, like party doses, but we're not really partying. We're sitting around a fire and we're talking about life and having a good laugh. And I did my first deep dive with mushrooms here a month and a half ago ish, in between doing DMT and DMT, and it was incredible. I can't wait to do that again. Do you know what I mean? Like I really enjoyed it. It felt safe because I had a good person trap setting me.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe enough to do a deep delve when I'm alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the guidance, the integration there. You feel the energy of the other holding the space.
Yeah.
Right. It's funny that you tell this because we were experiencing at the end in Mexico with my friend and teacher and brother Tutu, the one that put me into the Bufo Alvarius teaching. We mix because I showed him about mushrooms and the magic of this integrator, and at the end our therapist was it was for people that was already that have already the experience with those of the Bufo. They already integrate, so their next experience we give Bufo with mushrooms. So it's really interesting because this is it's not something that is so much used, but when we use it, we understand the magical power of the mix of these two medicines. Why? When you are in, how would we apply it? We were applying first the mushroom, not high dose. We can talk about 1 gram of mushrooms from here, 2 grams, 3 maximum, and then you take your mushroom, and almost 10 minutes after you take the Bufo. You go into the experience of the Bufo, but the mushrooms don't hit yet. You go into the experience of the Bufo, you are in the Bufo, you fusionate yourself with everything, you come back to this from this plane, and the mushroom experience become integrated with the Bufo. So you are living the experience of the mushrooms, but at the same time, it has a little bit of 5-MeO. It's like the 5-MeO stays there a little bit. It's not that you are there completely on the 5-MeO, but you are mixing the experience of you do like an alchemia, the experience of the Bufo, and is making the experience of the mushroom feel like 5-MeO DMT, so you can integrate longer the experience of the DMT and understand more, because it's like a lucid dream. When you do Bufo, you just go into the dream, and sometimes you forget, what do I just dream? But when you do Bufo with the mushroom, you integrate and you are like lucid dreaming.
It's interesting because after I did the 2 Bufos with Miriam and I did the 5-MeO with Gareth, but I ended up I struggled with the integration, and then one night I just did a hero dose of mushrooms.
Yeah, to integrate.
And the next day my brain was quiet. There was no struggle. It filed it. It's like the Bufo gave me all of this data, and I was struggling on how to file it in the brain. And the mushrooms went, that goes here, that goes here, that goes there. Look, it's all filed.
Integrator.
Let it go.
Wow.
And just there was no struggle the next day. It was amazing, actually.
Thank you for sharing this, brother, because you are testimony of this IMAO, of this mix that is good integrator. It's good the mushrooms to integrate the medicine. So thank you for sharing this. It's amazing.
The Bufo is just like a fire hose of data. It's so much, so fast, and there's so much for the brain to process and comprehend that. I have to say, yes, whatever it is with the mushrooms, it sorts and organizes it so the brain can understand it and just go, oh, that's where this all goes in here, rather than it just sitting up here trying to be analyzed.
The problem is that your brain can't process it, but your soul do process it, and that's why it starts to being changed in your life, in your destiny, because your conscious and your soul some way process it. So that integration that you do with the mushrooms is amazing for bring all this together, bro. I will start recommending more after. Thank you for this, because after my when I share the Bufo and the people are struggling with the integration, I will recommend the micro dosing, and or even if the integration needs integration, it could be a ceremonial dose of mushrooms. And I for my own experience and experience with people in Mexico, it's completely safe and it's completely good to
there is a charitable organization that is going in the United States, the Church of do you remember what it's called, Steve? Yeah. And what it is they've grown mushrooms, and basically they've grown them using DMT. So they've injected the pure molecule into these mushrooms somehow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think they put it in the substrate, and then when it was growing in the substrate, I haven't gone deep enough into it, so it's
interesting, because what I'm recommending is what I'm recommending is with 5-MeO. I don't know how maybe with other DMTs will work, but the 5-MeO DMT in Bufo, in the bufotenin, it needs to be combustionated to the molecule become transformed into 5-MeO DMT. I don't know how they put the molecule already in the mushroom, because my understanding is that you have to combustionate to put the molecule in kind of high temperature, and that turns, because when you have the molecule there, when you see this golden beautiful molecule, that's bufotenin. That's not 5-MeO DMT. That's
No,
bufotenin.
it's got to be heated to.
And you don't burn it directly. You have to burn it, and the temperature is what it makes
vaping.
The combustion. And when it's combustionated, now it's 5-MeO DMT. So it's the same molecule that you segregate with your pineal gland. It's funny because if your pineal gland segregated, that means that you don't need to specifically burn something. But as the thing I know is that for 5-MeO DMT, you need combustion. It will be really interesting, and I will be super interested in know about these mushrooms and how they are working. Because I'm not close to anything. There's many facilitators that are so close to the.
Well, I'll bring you some of the data on it. I'll share some of the data with you.
Yeah, that will be amazing.
I'm a member of the group, and we can go through, and I'll show you some of the data on it.
It will be amazing even to experience together, you, me, Cindy, the integration of Bufo with mushrooms in the same session. Yeah. Okay. Church of Silomethoxin. Wow. I will read it. Thank
so you. You get this as part of like becoming part of the church, and they even give you like pages to journal with it on the second half, right?
Good. Yeah. Good. Thank you. I will read it. Definitely, I will read it to keep this study, because I'm so interested in this new alchemia that is just coming. We are understanding how to alchemize the medicines as well, and we are always doing alchemia. So you are an alchemist, brother, over here. A big alchemist. You hear a big alchemist. You alchemize inside all what it was living into the light. So we are big alchemists over here.
Yeah.
Well, as long as we're turning the darkness into light, that's the
good alchemia.
Yeah, flashing a flashlight in the light for those that can't yet. But this makes it a great point to take just a short little break. So we're going to say that it's break time. And that means that we're going to go hear from our sponsors, pay some bills. You're watching the Mushie Moment live here on cbgtv.com and paceradio.net. We'll be back in just over 3 minutes.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more. We've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
PACE Radio is the People Advocating Cannabis Education Radio Network.
Are you a cannabis content creator? Are you looking for a place to have your content seen? If you answer yes to both questions, then you need to check out cbgtv.com. CBGTV broadcasting to a worldwide audience. Find us at cbgtv.com.
Are you watching television on Roku, Fire, maybe an Apple TV or even Chromecast? If you are, then download the Boxcast app and search for CBGTV.
Babe, it's spring. Just saw a robin.
Awesome. Let's get our butts to Limestone City Hydroponics. They carry Happy Frog and Ocean Forest soils and lots of promos.
Limestone City Hydroponics carry everything you need to get veggies veggin', from organic fertilizer to cloth grow pots to, well, everything. Visit them today. Don't delay. In-store, free delivery, or curbside. We're here to help. 613-548-0420.
Did you know that the Pace Radio Network isn't just a radio network? That's right, because most, but not all of our programming is now done via video and is then podcasted at paceradio.net. So if you want to watch our programming, you'll find us on the Pace Radio Network's Facebook page, plus the show's own page, and you'll find us live on the network's YouTube channel. And don't forget, you can find it all, video and audio, at paceradio.net.
Legacy 420 have an awesome array of cannabis-infused beverages, from pop to Nature's Nectar's teas, all in amazing flavors. What a selection! We even have a delicious mango-infused juice, and let me tell you, it's delicious.
Everything is infused in-house, so we buy our syrup from, the same place where everybody else buys their syrup for their pop, and the infusion is done in the lab. It's all canned here, labeled here, produced 100% on Tynaniga.
We have 2 lines of drinks. One is called our Nature's Nectar. That was our original line that we came out with. And then we also have a line under the Red E brand. We have them in 10 milligrams, 30 milligram, and 60 milligram cans.
What a great selection for a get-together with friends or after a long day. Remember, if you want to wet your whistle with on-site lab-tested products, come see your trusted partner. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
And we are back. I'm still rolling my joint. We are back from our medication session live here on paceradio.net and cbgtv.com. We are the Mushie Moment. We're streaming all over the place. You can catch us on just about every streaming place you can find stuff to stream. Come on, I did.
It's not you that comes in like that. That was awesome. Were you just impersonating me? Were you just
purpose? I even lost my glasses. Look, there you go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. So we have been chatting with Anki. We will bring him back on in just a second. It's been a great conversation so far. Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of information. Facebook user is saying hello. I don't know who it is because it's just a Facebook user. They're waving. So hello. Hi.
Hello back.
Hello
That's
back.
me.
And I'm going to bring Anki back up again because we might as well continue this conversation. It's been a great one so far.
Yeah, I'm catching myself being a viewer.
Yes, me too. It's we've got to shake our heads out of that one. We're the hosts. We can do this, Steve. Welcome back, Anki.
Hello.
Happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see. We were at 19 to 29, and you were just kind of diving into that area, 19 to 29, and coming out of there.
Yeah. Again, what was that? I don't understand that one, bro.
We were talking about Bufo as we went away. You were telling us that you've been serving it for about 4.5 years now. Mostly up here?
No, mostly I started in Mexico. My first 6 months was I take the medicine. I was insisting to my friend that teach me how to give the medicine. Then I served for 3 years. So I was serving to 2. What do I mean? I was just there in the ceremonies, playing singing bowls, checking that the people it's okay, looking how the medicine is shared, learning for how it's shared the medicine. So 3 years learning. Then now in Canada, after I came here to Vancouver, the last ceremony we were gonna have together, it was with my mother, because me and Tutu already give to many parts of my family, and many big healing is happening. So he saw the intentions that I have, the pure heart that I have to share, and at the end he told me, because it was going to be the ceremony of my mom before she came to Canada with all of us, with me and my brother and my sister, because we were in the refugee process, right? So Tutu told me, brother, this is gonna be the first pipe you're gonna burn. So he gave me the right of burn the pipe of my mom, and it was my initiation to start giving the medicine of Bufo. So I give this medicine to my mother, and after that, I start in Canada 1 year ago, 1 year and 4 months ago, sharing by myself the medicine. It's hard to share it alone because it's a medicine that you need help to integrate, because you you need to be with the person that is receiving the medicine and have the full attention, but at the same time the music never, it can be silence, yes, but we like that the vibration music, and you
Yeah.
have help over there, if the session goes intense, because it happens at the end. Is the moment of our die of our death, in a way, and everyone is gonna be different in this process. So we have different things inside of us, and we are living completely different process. We have a collective process, yes, but the process of each individual is different. So at the end, it's good to have somebody helping you and integrating. So now that I'm working with Miriam, this is amazing because it amplifies the healing and the way that I'm sharing the medicine. So yeah, I have one in Canada. I have one on 1 year and 4 months sharing the medicine. Now with Miriam, it's other game. I'm so happy that she's here, and that she brings a lot of good things to the way I'm sharing the medicine as well. Because at the end, my friend have the knowledge of the wixarika people or huichol people, and Miriam have the knowledge as well from the Comcac people. So it's like the Great Spirit brings amazing souls to my path just to integrate this amazing. I was sad because I was like, how do I'm gonna go to the community to learn from them? How do I'm gonna do to keep my mission? Because in my mission for me was on Mexico. We think that that's our mission. We think that
Yes.
and then we have plans, yeah. And the Great Spirit comes and do, yeah, that's your plans. Let's go. So at the end, now I'm flowing here, and the Great Spirit told me, relax and trust. And I trust, relax. He's bringing amazing people. He's bringing amazing connections, and this place is receiving me and my medicine, because at the end, my medicine is my essence, and is myself, and is my vibrations, and is my music, and is my love, and the tools are there to help me to help the people to see that medicine. But I'm so happy that the Great Spirit bring all these connections, like Miriam, like this amazing community that I'm just connecting. Yesterday here in the house was a medicine man from the rainforest from Ecuador, the ayahuasca healer. For me, it's a big honor. We have I get this from him. This is the ayahuasca.
Oh yes.
There, and it's a necklace. He give a blessing over there, so we have it. We have one of the amulets here, and let me show you other of the big amulets. I'm going to talk about my peregrination to the Peyote soon, and here is the hikuri or the Peyote. This was one that it was a mistake from myself when I go with them to cut the hikuri. They were teaching me how to cut the hikuri, how to pray to the hikuri, to Kaya Omari, how to give thanks to hikuri, how to cut it, how to reforest, because we are there not to take, we are there to give. And if you go to the desert just to take, the hikuri is going to teach you. The teacher is going to show you. But if you're there with the heart, like with the open heart, and you go on your knees and you show respect and you go and give, what is give? Take the trash from the desert, show thank you to the desert, show thank you to the existence, because the desert will show you. The desert will show you what they survive and what is thank you. The desert is so wise and ancient being. So at the end, my mistake was they teach me, and I get excited because I was cutting my own hikuris, but they forget to tell me that the little ones, we don't have to cut it. You have to protect it. You have to cover it. If you see a little one, you're in the desert, it doesn't have the mescaline that you need to connect with the spirit of the hikuri. It needs to grow, so you have to protect it. How you protect it from other predators? Which is the predator? Another humans. How you're gonna do it? Cover it with sand, so that way you are gonna help it grow more. The big ones, the ancient ones, that you have the permission if you cut it in the correct way. So you surround it, you cut it, you do it with. They do it with the same string that they use to do bead art. They surround the hikuri with it, and they bring only the fruit, so the root is still completely there. So in the future, when you go to the desert, brother, you know already how is the correct way. You cut it, and then you have the little white hairs that the hikuri have. That's the seed. So the seed you have to expand it, or you have to put it on the top of that root that is cut, and you cover it again fast. So they forget to tell me this, and I come with 3 little ones. They were super mad. At the same time, they see my innocence, because I was respecting the desert. I was with a big bag full of trash and my hikuris. So they were happy because I was understanding the message, because before you eat the hikuri is already talking to you. I'm doing a Icaro, that is the whisper of the desert, because you hear how it talks to you and guides you before the experience is the experience already, because the spirit of the hikuri already found you to be there. It already guides you. So I cut it, they think, and they say, okay, we're gonna do art. We're gonna give honor to that hikuri. So this is the hikuri from my first experience on the desert of Wirikuta in Mexico, in San Luis, and it's an orgonite.
And that is awesome.
So we give life there, and it's a great way to explain the desert, right? So this is bringing the desert all around the world. So I'm honored that they give me this amulet. It just arrived with some art that they give me. This is the art that they do. This is the bead art they do.
Nice.
So this is all the cosmovision behind the hikuri. So they eat the hikuri to go into communion with the Great Spirit. So they said that then when they are in hikuri, they are in nierika. They have the gift of the vision, but the vision with the soul, not with the eyes. So you are in nierika. So the hikuri, everything moves around the sacred cactus. And I will tell you, now that we are in topic over here, I will tell you a little bit more.
That is beautiful.
Thank you, bro. They are unique in this art, because most of the indigenous communities do bead art, and it deep the meaning of the bead art, because it's a deep meditation and prayers. But the wixarika-huicholes do bead paste. They paste it in every superficie, and it's amazing what they create. So do you want me to tell you the history about the sacred blue deer?
Sure.
Okay, this is Kayaumari, and this is the sacred blue deer. For them, they are the older brother, the big brother. What happened is that the wixarika or huichol people, they were dying, hungry, and getting crazy. So they sent the elders or maracames, they sent 3 hunters to find the food for their people. And these 3 hunters were going to the desert, and they found a blue deer. This blue deer was guiding them. They couldn't hunt him. This blue deer was guiding them to Wirikuta, the sacred place of the hikuri or peyote. So they were taught by the older brother where it was the sacred element, the sacred food, or the hikuri that we have there, this beautiful cactus over there. So they take the hikuri, they bring it to the community, and the elders give it to the community, and they never been hungry or crazy again. They are now the protectors of the hikuri, the guardians of the hikuri, and they are ancient masters connecting through the spirits. They have the phone. They have direct line. They directly connect with the spirits. They are amazing. Big magic people. So that's the main part of the mythology, is the legend of the sacred blue deer that guides them to the peyote. Here we have the hikuri, and here is Kayaumari. So that's part of the cosmovision of the wixarika or huichol people that I was taught by them, how everything moves around all this.
Show your little piece that you have again, the medallion that the organite.
So here is the hikuri. This is the cactus inside, and then if you turn it, we have an organite sharing the energy.
That is absolutely awesome. And in that piece that you cut still remains to live and still remains to educate. Because look at the education you've just shared.
Thank you. That's what I'm happy to share, that I can bring the desert. This amulet comes with power, so I can bring this knowledge to the people. That's my main intention. That's the main intention of my biggest dream, is to support my indigenous communities and to bring the ancient knowledge to all around the world and connect all the ancient knowledge all in one. Because at the end, we are one being. There's no division. We are the same energy, and we are connected by the same energy. And God is the same energy. So we are God, and we are connected to God, and we are all the same being. And that's the Hinla Kech Halaken. You are me, and I am you. There's no division. We are the same energy. And when we are able to see with our soul, there's no more division. You can see that we are all one. That's what we are going through, to start to see.
That's what I find the medicine really lets you see that. That's where the medicine shines.
That's why it's here. That's the message.
I struggle to try and remain an individual when I'm not an individual, which is why I struggle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's existentialism. When it comes, this existentialism, that you understand that you are not an individual, and that you are connected with every single thing. Literally, every single thing is connected to you. We call it, Buddha call it the infinite knot, and they have a symbol that is the infinite knot of Buddha. I will show it. So this symbol represents that we are all connected into the same energy, but we are the same energy. That means that if I do something, it's going to affect you, everyone, and it's going to affect people all around the world, because we are the same energy. And if your karma is close to other people, you are going to live synchronized experience. That's why we met sometimes with people that these people is teaching me, but it's not, sometimes it's a good teaching, and sometimes
it's not a harmonious teaching.
Yeah. And what it happens is that our karma is connected. So my experience helps your experience to transcend, and your experience helps my experience. So our karma is joined together. So it's, the big message.
Okay. At one point you said you were bringing the artwork to the people here. Yeah. And I think that's a nice little segue to you bringing back that little beaded piece, and maybe putting a little plug in for your site where you sell some of the stuff to support the indigenous people.
That would be amazing. My organization is called Sacred Mexico Sagrado. Basically, I'm dedicating to share the art, the culture, the traditions, and the knowledge of our indigenous people, to make people around the world more conscious, and to be aware of how the importance of know what is behind these pieces of art, and how if we consume their art, we give them better life opportunities, and at the same time, we are preserving the culture. We are culture keepers, tradition keepers. So what I do in Sacred Mexico is basically share all this kind of information, all these kind of histories that I'm just sharing to you, with the art, and we sell indigenous art from the Mexican indigenous communities. Soon we're gonna add other communities from South America, like the community of these medicine men from Ecuador. The women on that community do bead art as well, and we are gonna help him to share the bead art from this community as well. So basically, in Sacred Mexico, you will find directly indigenous artwork and crafts coming directly from the creator of the indigenous people, and you will know who is making it and what is behind of this art. We are now working with Tutunia Ikame, that is my master, and Casa Huichol, with Sea Marina, that is another big friend of mine. Casa Huichol is a foundation that has more than 40 years helping the Huicholes with shelter, with food, with luggage, with everything they need, if they need surgery, and how they do it through the expansion and share their art. So basically, Sacred Mexico share their art from the foundation. So it's really important for us, because all the support that you are giving is going directly to Mexico, and to make this objective to help them have better life opportunities bigger. We are gonna be on Carnaval del Sol on Vancouver, the 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's gonna be the biggest Latin America festival on Vancouver. It's gonna be great if you like the Latin culture. We're gonna be there exhibiting wixarika-huichol art and the Ecuador community from this medicine men. So I will show you the art we have. This is the pasted bead art. Let me find good. Yeah, this is the pasted bead art. So everything is bead pasted with natural wax from Mexico, and it's telling a history. So this is the desert. We are in the desert, and we are having the ceremony of hikuri. But when they represent the hikuri with these colors, that means that they are observing the fire, or tatewari, the grandfather fire. So they are in the visions of the hikuri looking at the fire. And we have here scorpions. You can see during the visions of the hikuri, you will see visions of the desert, because it's the connection of the hikuri. So you will see snakes, you will see cranes, you will see cactus, you will see flowering. You can even see how the hikuri start to flower. So this is the bead art pasted. This is the bead art beaded. So we have here a traditional piece of art. So it's making cross style. They, huicholes, tell histories. So here is the same history of the Cacao Mari that founds the sacred food, and we have the corn that is another sacred element for us. So this is the kind of pieces of art. I will show you a little bit more. This is a little bit of the pieces of art that we are sharing. And yeah, you can find those in social media, Sacred Mexico, and you will see a blue deer with a cactus that looks just like the hikuri. This is the kind of art.
Wow.
Here,
we've been trying to find a link to throw up here, but I'm just missing right now.
I'm working. I got it. I'll get it up here in a second. I'll get the Facebook link up. I got it, Steve.
Traditional ones, that is Cacao Mari. So this is traditional from the wixarikas. We have more from South America as well, helping the communities of South America, like I say, Colombia. So we have many bead art over here, many beads. And the next year, the next summer, you will know my wixarika friend Tutu is gonna come to be on the festivals with me, to you to know an indigenous person that brings the tradition directly from Mexico.
Well, make sure you talk him into coming on our show.
That would be
on the podcast.
Brother, that would be amazing. That would be amazing to have my master on this show, my master and my brother. That would be amazing. And he's a really wise person. You would love to have him here. That's thank you. That would be amazing. You are bringing a lot of masters here. You're bringing a lot of Miriam podcast was amazing. Miriam for me is an amazing person. I admire so much Miriam, and is bringing so much light here. So yeah, you're having a lot of great masters over here,
which is awesome, because she actually comes through a connection of somebody that took me to Mexico, a couple years ago for my healing journey down there.
Yeah.
And that journey actually took me up into the mountains to Maria Sabina's altar with her nephew.
Huautla de Jimenez.
Yeah.
Oaxaca. Wow, that's a long.
We went there. We went to San Jose del Pacifico and went up into the mountains there too.
That was a long travel, brother.
Oh yeah, it was a healing travel. It was a massively healing travel.
Yeah, and the lands are healing already. When you are there, you are healing by the lands. That's a tonal point. You receive the energy. Let me show you a piece of art that Tutu, my master, my friend, my teacher in bead art do.
Cindy's gonna want that one. There's a frog there.
In honor of the amphibio, in honor of the toads that are bringing us, the toads and the frogs that are bringing us the knowledge, because it's not only plant medicine.
You just sold that to Cindy, just so you know. You just sold that to her.
Oh yes, please.
That's. Thank you.
He's like, no, you can't have that one. That was made by my master.
No, you can. We have here other ones. Look, because he sent me a complete line because he's the way he bless the Bufo are coming here and he shared me and it's blessed. So it's a big prayer that he does every time he's making it. So he's making the prayer for exactly what is bringing what is coming, that the medicine is bringing the knowledge. So he make a big line of amphibians, of toads and frogs. We have bracelets as well.
Wow.
And this is unique. Why? You're not gonna find it in other place. It comes from the head of Tutu, from the visions of Tutu. So it's part of this amazing.
I have the site up. Want to share it?
To bring these visions, you know. Let me show it to you again.
Oh, that's so beautiful. But we're gonna do this.
Yeah, there is it. Yeah, Sacred Mexico.
And I'm just going to scroll through this site just a little bit before we go to our next break. And you guys can see all of this beautiful, beautiful art. I mean, this stuff is just incredible.
Thank you. Gracias. In wixarika, pamparios. Thank you. Pamparios.
Look at the little mushroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is incredible work. And I mean, the prices are phenomenal too. Like they're not, crazy prices. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we are trying to make the message goes, and the thing is, sometimes there's crazy prices online, and it's hard for the indigenous to beat that. So how do they beat that? Giving good prices, and all the profit that you give is going directly to the artisans again.
Wow, that's just absolutely beautiful jewelry.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Everything. It's incredible. But that brings us to another great spot to take a quick break because we are going for an hour and a half today. So we have to pay homage to our sponsors every half hour. So we will be back in just under 3 minutes. So we'll see you soon.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Babe, it's spring. Just saw a robin.
Awesome. Let's get our butts to Limestone City Hydroponics. They carry happy frog and ocean forest soils and lots of promos.
Limestone City Hydroponics carry everything you need to get veggies veggin', from organic fertilizer to cloth grow pots to, well, everything. Visit them today. Don't delay. In-store, free delivery, or curbside. We're here to help. 613-548-0420.
In February of 2022, the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club and Ted Smith were fined $6.5 million. This for helping 8,500 patients with access to medical cannabis. In our interview with Ted, he spoke to us about how people can donate to help in an upcoming court challenge. And here is part of that interview. From what I've seen lately, I believe that you've got something that you're trying to do as far as fundraising to deal with this next court challenge.
For now, people can write checks directly to Jack Lloyd Law Corporation or send e-transfers to Save the VCBC at gmail.com. I guess those are the two easiest ways for people to help right now.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Cannabis edibles are an effective way to manage pain and other ailments, especially when you deal with your trusted partner, Legacy 420, in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. You see, we lab test every product on site to ensure proper dosage every time, which is critical when consuming cannabis edibles. All Legacy 420 edibles are made by our classically trained baker and chocolatier, and we also have super tasty vegan options.
Our baker has been in the industry for 25 years. She's also a chocolatier. Everything from savory to sweet, your chocolate bars, brownies, butter tarts, you name it, we make it.
Talk to our knowledgeable Cannatex about our incredible variety available. Give your trusted partners a call. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Welcome back to the Mushie Moment. We are live here on paceradio.net and cbgtv.com. I am just finishing rolling my joint. This has been really cool so far, Steve. What do you think?
I am really digging it.
Yeah. I've been enjoying this conversation so far. I've learned a lot. I have apparently already bought a medallion and a bracelet. I didn't think I was going to be jewelry shopping while we were doing this show. Oh, wow. What beautiful art. And as you all saw, like the site is just full of all kinds of things. During the break, I was scrolling. I've got to go back and show you something before we bring him back on. When I went and found the page, the picture that came up, oh, let's see if I can find it right quick. I hope. It was incredible. It was a motorcycle helmet covered in beads. I should have kept it up. I've lost it now. It's gone. No, yes, no. That was a different one.
No, yes, no.
You should see it. I should have kept it up, and I'm not finding it fast enough. So if you go through his page, the web page is up. I'm going to get the Facebook page and put that page up instead. You should all go just scroll through the Facebook page. Some of the art that is in there is incredible. It was blowing my mind during the commercial break. And now that I've gushed, maybe we should bring him back.
Yeah, because we haven't even scratched the surface on his talents either.
No, and we should.
I had the pleasure of meeting him already, and I gotta say, wow, pretty humble. He's got a lot of talents on the go, and he just shares it with so much love. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm on the other side of the country, and I can feel it. It's really amazing. So we're gonna bring him right back. Welcome back. It's been so amazing. I have been scrolling through Facebook. I'm going to let Steve ask you a question and let you guys chat. I'm going to get your Facebook page scrolling on the bottom so people can click on that and go peruse like I have been.
Thank you. And thank you for your beautiful words. Thank you very much. It's full me with love and gratitude. Thank you.
So with where you sit, because you're experienced in a lot of different things, and you're obviously just bringing whole healing out and sharing. Basically, the healing is a form of unconditional love. And you just, you exude it and you bring it out through the medicines you share. What would you say would be the differences in the way the medicines you deal with speak? Because they all kind of speak a different language, right? Yeah. For me, the mushrooms were able to organize all of the data that the Bufo gave me, but I don't speak Bufo yet. I'll need to experience the medicine a little more. So in your experience, what would you say is kind of the differences between the communications? Because you've got the peyote, you've got the...
I just touched. Thank you, brother. You just touch a really interesting point that I like to share with the people when I'm integrating before, during, after the ceremony. I like to explain how every medicine has its own language. So every medicine talks differently. There's a language. There's a universal language for the medicines as well. Yes, that's the point that joins all this and join all us, but at the same time to understand how it's like a tree with different branches, but they come from the same root. So if you understand the language of each medicine, it will be easy to you to integrate your own experience. For example, what's the difference? What's the difference on the language? For example, in the hikuri, it's in my opinion, mushrooms are like kids, like little kids, that they are pure love, that they play, that they took you soft, that they can show you with a lot of love, and they can even make you remember past memories. That's why Maria Sabina, the curandera from Oaxaca, used to call them niños santos, los saint children. Why? Because the language of the mushroom, it's the language of the kid, the language of the love of the kid, the innocence, that you reconnect yourself with this. That's in my opinion. In the other side, the bufo is a big message of love, but unconditional love, that you destroy all this that you were thinking, because sometimes we think love have the condition, or have the I'm gonna love it is like this. I'm gonna give my love if it's like this, and I will be able to share my love, or to receive the love if it's like this. This is condition. And Bufo helps us the unconditional love, the language of the real love, not the love we are used to have in the program here and in the program that they implant us. No, the pure love. So your ego construction just, and when you are in that bliss of love, there's no ego. It doesn't exist, that division. It doesn't exist, that condition. So Bufo is in with love, but it's intense, unconditional love. So that's why it's sometimes not easy to understand Bufo, because it's like a big wave, and it could be sometimes it could make you feel like confused, but it's a big language that you have to be. That's why the integrator is so important, to be there with you, helping you integrate, because at the end you integrate yourself through talking to the integrator. And I believe this unconditional love, some people is not ready to. And at the same time, and this is something many people is not ready to hear about the Bufo, and I'm so happy to be here talking about this. You listen as well the language of the dead, but the dead in a love way, because death is a transcendence, and you literally dies in Bufo. So that means that when you come back and you're reborn, literally, you are coming with the language of the dead. You already understand, and you already know that this is a transcendence, and you already know as well that in any time you can transcend. So that way you become yourself in a Ashcan. Ashcan is a Nahuatl world that our ancient people have to say here and now. So you understand the language. You understand that there's no other thing, just the present moment. So for me, that's part of the language of the dead. If you're understanding that we are all gonna die, transcend.
But it's funny because you say the language of the dead, but really that language is letting you know that there is no death, there is only life.
Transcendence, exactly. So it makes you understand the language. Exactly, bro. And with other medicines like the rapé and like the sananga, and as well the mushrooms, it makes you go into the language of Gaia, the big mother, the great mother.
Yes.
Mother Earth, because it helps you resonate, vibrate in the same frequency. That's why when you are on these medicines, you ground yourself in Gaia, and you can't destroy Gaia. You can't destroy yourself because you are part of Gaia. You literally are Gaia. There's no division between you and Gaia and between the other existence, because we are fire, water, wind, and earth. And all that elements are the gift of Gaia and are Gaia. And our energy, divine energy, is the great spirit that gives us our soul, or connection with this divinity, with this divine soul that is all the same. So the language of these medicines is from the earth, from Gaia. So it helps you vibrate on the same frequency, and it helps you to understand the language of the nature, that at the same time is ourselves. So that's part of the alchemia of Hermes Trismegisto. What is outside is inside. So if you understand Gaia, you will understand yourself. And that's the language of I believe, of these medicines from the from the earth, because Bufo, yeah, is from the earth, but it's from other outer space as well. So I believe that is as well so connected to the great spirit that is connected to the full galaxy and the full existence, because you are not only feel experience on this reality in Bufo, you literally go into the full existence. So
Yes,
it's yeah.
yes, that's a beautiful description between the two.
Thank you, bro.
Between the aspects of where mushrooms and where Bufo is. Yes, the mushrooms keep you grounded and more in the Gaia, whereas the Bufo just puts you in that essence of all that is unconditional love. You're there. You realize, wow,
and goes into energy. Goes more in energy. You know,
Yeah.
goes into this energetic. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And thank you for letting me, because I believe that these kind of spaces and these kind of connections let us canalize, because all what we are doing is canalize. So it helps us to canalize this. When you just asked me about the language, my mind was a little bit wanting to play with me, like, because it's a hard one. But then you just canalize, let yourself flow. No, thank you, thank you, and thank you for letting me.
Go.
Yeah, you see, let it go. The end, we are in this big river that we call life, that is going to the same place, that is leading us to that same understanding, but sometimes we resist, and that will make us feel tired, will make us feel like damage, will make us feel many things, but we are going to the same place. So if you just let yourself go, you let it flow, you grab your margarita, you grab your mushrooms, you grab your tool to have,
you grab your Marie,
you grab your Maria,
and off you go.
Let yourself flow, because at the end there's no control, and that's what Bufo teach you. You can't control nothing. Let yourself
doesn't
go.
let you. I mean, if you tried, because kind of says, no, girl, come on, you're just going. Let's go. We're soaring. You know, let's go.
Yeah. It's a big teaching of surrendering. You surrender yourself, and that helps you to bring a new knowledge, a new understanding, because when you don't surrender yourself, you're like this blocked, and anything can come inside. Anytime anything can come into these ideas, you surrender and you will receive. So that's the big understanding of Bufo. You have to surrender yourself. At the end, when you die, you have to surrender. There's no other one.
You have no choice.
What a lot of people don't realize is while they're blocking, they're also blocking the stuff to get out.
When they're stopping what they think is bad, they're also stopping what is good, because like it's not just the two arms up, like it's a whole shield. You know, and that's we do that when we wear masks as well. I mean, like, and you know, I've let some go, and I'm still working on letting the rest go. But when we wear masks, we miss out as well as when we block. It's all part of the same thing. And one thing I've learned about Bufo is once you let go, it's a beautiful journey. It's like, I mean, like I've done a few of the medicines, and Bufo is one that he always leaves me feeling complete, and he always makes me feel loved and important and worthy, and you know, so it's such a beautiful medicine.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. That's the teaching of Bufo. That's the understanding that let us feel loved and makes us feel complete. And like you said, once you let yourself feel and let yourself go through the experience, you understand. You start to hear the language. You start to understand the Bufo. And then the integration is beautiful. I'm so happy to see you guys and see how Bufo is bringing so much light, so much love, so much understanding, because at the end, that light, that love, and that understanding is you. Bufo just give us these glasses. And, wow, it's there. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so blessed.
Trauma made us kind of focus. We're looking at darkness. We're just looking at darkness. We're looking at darkness. We're looking at bad.
Yeah,
and the Bufo lets you take that off and go, hey, there's a whole lot of light and love in here.
That's right.
What the hell have I been looking at all this time?
That's right. And it's so funny how when you are there, it's my own experience. I feel that I was there already. I am gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, and we are there already. Like, you know, this place.
You're
you
home.
recognize this place.
You're in there.
Yeah,
and it's a
exactly.
place that you knew it existed, but you couldn't really find it. But you know it's there. There's just a knowing that knows it's there.
Yeah.
And when
Yes.
when you finally get to feel it, it's like, oh yes, I know you exist. Therefore, I know I can find you, and I just need to work hard enough that I can find you without having to do the medicine to find
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful, brother. It's beautiful.
It's life-changing, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's a game changing, completely game changing. It's completely a game changing. I believe that is a hug from the soul. It's like your soul start to surround you, and your soul remembers. Like it's like this place I remember now, and it was so easy, but we forget the train of life. We are there thinking, oh, money, oh, I have to be, I have to. No, I have to have. I need. The more you attach to a desire, the more you are gonna suffer. The less you attach to a desire is the less you are gonna suffer. And at the end, all that desires are just sabotage. That Bufo teaches how we are sabotaging ourselves, and we think that we are in the correct path because we need to build a big house and we need to have a big success for you. You ask to the community what is success for you, and they think that success is to have a house, to have stability in what economic, and they think that that's a stability, that's a trump. They think that the beauty is gonna give them what their soul needs, and then all these are things from the desire. These things are things from this three-dimensional existence that we came here to learn, to read away from that, but we came here to do it with all. What the fuck? Your soul come here to read away from all that shit, and you are going through more to that shit. That's the soul making us understand. That's the way. That's the path. So that's perfect.
The more I find myself healing, the more I find myself purging of things.
Yeah. That's right.
You've just explained it. Like, I mean, but I mean, I've got a garage full of stuff that I'm giving away or selling or just getting rid of because why the frig do I have it? I don't need it. I don't use it. It's not making a difference in my life.
Yeah.
So go. Like you've got no sentimental value. There's nothing there. So yeah, I have and that's something that Steve and I talked about, after the last Bufo and then 5-MeO. It's like purge.
Exactly.
So we both wanted to go home and purge.
And that's energy that you're reading away from this energy, so you will receive a better energy, clean energy. The things, anything, carry energy. So if you read away from things that doesn't is any more useful for you, three-dimensional things, that you are gonna make your conscious and your soul read away from things that doesn't need. It's a perfect balance and it's a sacred balance. So if you can see it on people, you can see how they accumulate, how they are all disorganized, and you can see their process, because we are energy and we are just reflect energy in our material. In the material existence, we reflect the energy that we have inside. So that you are doing is because you are cleaning yourself. You see the process beautiful of all these medicines. You are cleaning yourself. You are cleaning your space.
It lets us see the programs that we've written without even knowing we wrote, right? Like consumerism teaches you lots of programs, and it teaches you you're not good enough, and it teaches people to bully. It teaches it teaches to want. I need. It teaches those words. I need. I can be. If I get, I can be.
Dangerous. Yeah, dangerous thing. More desire. They want us here trapped. More desire, more suffering, and they want us there, and that's a big fucking trap.
Yes, in the Bufo, I realized 2 words. I am.
Yeah, I am. Wow,
I am.
That's a powerful, bro, because the I am is an ancient understanding. Is in Spanish el yo soy, but the I am is the full existence connected through one. The I am is like
if you try to put any word after that, you diminish it. Anything. if you put, even if you, the best word you could put after that is I am love.
Yeah.
But you still diminish the I am, the I am. There is no description.
Yeah. In the ancient alchemy of the Anahuac, they say, I am the I am, because at the end you can be anything. Like you said, at the end you can be love, you can be energy, you can, and they said this was alchemia, and I am the I am. They even have Icaros and songs, El Yo Soy el Yo Soy. And that's a big understanding. Thank you for bringing it, brother. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm happy to see how these beautiful medicines, and at the end, these medicines that are yourselves, the tools are making us remember.
Yes, the tools they speak.
Yeah.
The tools they speak, and they speak the language of healing, and they speak the language of love.
Yeah.
And for a lot of the people in Cindy's and my position that are trauma end of people, it's nice to have a few tools in the toolbox.
Yeah,
because some of the medicines can be really scary, and sometimes it takes a light introduction to an essence of love for you to understand that in the end, that's where you're going to be. And you just gotta, whether you're facing your darkness or not, your darkness is there.
Yeah.
So you got to get through the darkness to find the light. So the longer you avoid facing your darkness, the longer you stay in the darkness.
That's right. That's right, brother. You have to hug your darkness to let it go. You have to hug it. You have to make the peace and let it go and recognize it. If not, you will
observe it. That's what Miriam said. Observe it. I had to just be quiet and observe. Just notice it, hug it, acknowledge it, give it space. And so much of the noise disappears just by observing.
And you say give it love. That's it. You give love to that. You observe, you recognize, and you give love and light. Because at the end, that's what the darkness needs. Love and light. So you recognize it on yourself, you recognize it on people. Observe and love. Give love. Give light. That will alchemize everything. Thank you. You see, you are a big alchemist, bro. The more I talk with you, the more I understand that you're a big alchemist over here.
I'll take the buttering. I'll take it. My ego says thank you.
Thank you. I would love to invite, brother, to your community and to your people to have medicine with me and Miriam. We are gonna try to convince her to stay, but we will, if she can't, we will try to bring the more people we can to have the experience with us together. And I will be in service in Vancouver from here to 5 years. I mean, I'm a refugee, so the medicine will be here. I will prefer to share it with Miriam because it's an amazing experience with all, me and her together. But after,
I do have a couple people that I'll be bringing already. I've already talked to a couple of.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. We receive with love and we give with love. And after during all season, all year, the Bufo is gonna be here for the Canadian community. I can move all around BC, and my objective is to share the message, share the medicine, and share the understanding. All that we are just sharing right now, to share it and to integrate it and to share the medicine. So we are there on service with the art.
And one of the other services, we didn't even touch on your sound healing.
Yeah, that's right. I'm doing sound healing, and I'm doing studies on literally a diplomate on sound healing for clinic and healing clinic purposes. So we are trying to put the sound healing into the clinic, into the psychologist. And my master is from Chile. He's a guy that creates the Oracle of the Sound and the book of the singing bowls and the use for the psychology. So he's giving psychology therapy, and at the same time he play vibrational singing bowls to do the complement. And they said that it's completely a medicine. And we are just understanding how the vibrations and the sound healing is medicine, pure medicine. So I'm giving as well sound journeys and vibrational journeys with the crystal singing bowls, with many singing bowls of different kind of metals, didgeridoo, singing throats, chants. So I'm doing a session of a journey of sound. So if anyone is interested to have this therapy, uh, I am here. The sanctuary is here for everyone. We have received almost like 5 to 10 people. It depends. The sound journey could be even 10 people, but the ceremonies I like to do it individual.
Yeah.
So you can bring your group of 4 people, but the ceremony will be individual. I mean, it's for each person. The Bufo. With the cacao, we do groups of people. We can even be 10 people drinking ceremonial dose of cacao, and that ceremonial dose of cacao, it helps. Cacao have theobromine. Cacao, ancient name is Theobroma cacao, and it's the food of the gods. So that's the meaning of Theobroma cacao. And ceremonial dose of cacao helps you to open your heart and connect coherency with heart and mind. So it helps you recognize what we just talked, helps you recognize your feeling, helps you recognize your emotions, help you feel, and help you open the world. You can talk things that you were not talking, and you understand and feel things that you were not understanding. Cacao is a deep ancient medicine that has to be respected as the same level of Bufo. And ancient cacao is one of our first seeds with the corn. The cacao, it's super important. Anciently, it used to be used ceremonially, and every time you have to take a decision, every time that you have to join together, every time somebody dies, every time somebody gets married, they drink cacao. And the leaders like Moctezuma, the leaders like the ancient leaders, they used to drink high doses of cacao all days, that they know that the heart is going to be always healthy and the blood is going to be always circulating, because cacao is amazing for the heart. It's a pure medicine. There's a little community that they only take cacao all days. Not only they drink or they take all the food, but they drink cacao all days. So in that community, there's none problem on the heart, non-stroke, not problem on the circulation, because they are taking this amazing medicine. So it helps you to reconnect with yourself, with your love, with your essence, and it's a big integrator as well for many other medicines.
I must break in right now because we are sadly at that time, and I'm like right into this cacao conversation.
No worries.
Which is terrible. So we have to bring you back.
We can have a second part.
Reach out to you, how do they do it?
Again, what was that?
If people want to reach out to you and book with you, how do they do that?
Okay, my phone number is 604-928-9846. You can reach me as well in Sacred Mexico social media. That any message you send is going to be received by me. I'm organizing mostly on Sacred Mexico. So you can text me directly there. I see you on the podcast of Steve and Cindy, and we're interested on the medicine, on the cacao circles, on the sound journey, on the bead art workshops, or to buy some bead art from
all of it, like bead. Yes to all.
We are there, Sacred Mexico, Sacred Mexico, and we see you there. And we are gonna be in Vancouver in the Canada Day. Sorry, we were already in Canada Day on July 1st. And in Carnaval del Sol, the Sun Carnival on Vancouver, the 6th, 7th, and 8th of July.
Wow, so, that's really exciting. I'm super excited. I can't wait to be out in Vancouver mid-July and meet you. But with that, I now have to say, well, we are at the end of our show. Sadly, I wish we had about another 5 hours. Thanks for joining us here at Mushie Moment for today, June 6, 2023. We've been coming to you live on Pace Network and paceradio.net. Thank you, and cbgtv.com. Streaming all over the place. Thank you, Anki. I can't thank you enough for joining us. You have brought me so much joy today. It has just been absolutely fabulous. Thank you to everybody for coming to watch. I was looking at some of the numbers during the break, and I know that you're not talking to us. There's a lot of you out there. Thank you. Thank you to my co-host. It's always fun working with you, Steve.
Oh, an absolute pleasure. I'm seeing a future show with Miriam right beside him on the thing. So it'll be Anki and Miriam.
That would be amazing.
We can make that happen. Absolutely.
Love it and honor. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you to all. Blessing, Grace. Thank you very much. Blessed.
We'll see you all next week.
Brother. Blessings, brother.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyndonega Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Babe, it's spring. Just saw a robin.
Awesome. Let's get our butts to Limestone City Hydroponics. They carry happy frog and ocean forest soils and lots of promo.
Limestone City Hydroponics carry everything you need to get veggies veggin', from organic fertilizer to cloth grow pots to, well, everything. Visit them today. Don't delay. In-store, free delivery, or curbside. We're here to help. 613-548-0420.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.